Back in the locker room, Tunch and Wolf brought to you by Chrysler Jeep Dodge. We've been talking about Steelers training camp week 2. Wolf, we have seen a lot of the no huddle. We've seen a lot of spread offense. Are you concerned that...
Concerned or worried?
Just concerned. I'm not jumping to worried yet.
Okay.
Worried is later. All right. Are you concerned that that the Steelers are going to be more of a passing team as opposed to a run-oriented team?
I think initially when you look at it, yeah, that would give you a pause for concern when you see some of the wide receiver setups that they're using. The fact that the no huddle tends to make you a little throw happy versus run happy, or ground and pound. I'm a ground and pound fan, as you are too.
Yes,
I know,
yeah.
and so that doesn't.
No, I'm not.
You're not. Oh
No.
yeah. Oh, except when you're playing right tackle there.
I'm wide open, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Throw the ball.
when he's
50
playing
times a
right
day.
tackle, then it was, come on, we got to run the ball. Let's run the ball.
Hey, nobody said let's run the ball more than you and Webby. Come on, what are we doing? What
Oh,
are we
no,
talking about?
excuse me. Nobody
and
said
Webby.
run the ball more than you.
Oh, my gosh. I wanted
Come
to
on.
pass the ball.
You
I
wanted
like
to,
that.
oh,
I
yeah,
wanted
you
to
didn't
pass
like,
the ball.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, get back to the question.
Who got uptight?
Get back to the
you.
question.
Okay, and the question was?
You were never uptight?
Oh, I was always uptight.
Okay, let's clarify that. So getting back to the question. The
Yes.
question. Okay. Ground and pound. That's
Ground
what you
and
were at.
pound.
Yeah, right.
I prefer ground and pound. The only spread that I liked.
Where could you get insight like this?
Hey, the only spread I liked was the one that was on my bagel.
I knew that
That's
was coming.
it.
I knew
Absolutely.
that was coming. That was
Bada
so
bing.
predictable.
But the whole thing about it is, yes, you can get pass happy.
Right.
I've seen it happen before. It happened a few years ago.
Right.
When with the erstwhile Tommy Maddox.
Right.
Kind of
Erstwhile?
Erstwhile.
What does that mean?
I'm not exactly sure. Stop putting me down on this, man. All right, you're ruining my mojo
I'm sorry.
here.
I don't mean to ruin your whatever that word is that you use that I hate.
He's a wily Earth type guy. Okay, so
Erstwhile
moving along.
Tommy Maddox.
Yes, okay.
All right, go ahead. So you don't want to see him get pass happy. Can I tell you something?
Yes.
What I like about it is I love it as a switch up. I love it as a change up.
Yes.
And especially when you're not expecting it, whether it's the third series or the opening series. But when you're not expecting it, maybe when you're running the ball even effectively. I know some people that drives absolute nuts. But here's the thing that I like about it is when you're playing spread, you've got Willie Parker as the lone setback, and you have some matchup problems for opponents. I mean, whether they're in zone, if they're zone, the underneath coverage is dropping back, so you dump it off to Willie Parker. He's going to make a move. If it's in man, I'm not sure that I know of a linebacker that can cover it. Forget about it. There is no linebacker that can cover Willie Parker in pass coverage, and there aren't many safeties. And it happens to be there might be a couple. One of them's on this team. So
was this before the camp knee, or
I like we're gonna. I think the camp knee is gonna be fine.
I think it's gonna be fine.
I think you're worried. Concerned or worried?
That would be concerning.
Yeah.
I'm not too full blown worried.
You're not full blown worried.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just something that.
So I like the fact. I like when I see what they're doing offensively. What I like about it, it also controls. I like to control the tempo of a game. I love for the offense to dictate the speed. And be able to slow it up when it needs to and speed it up when it wants to. And so what I've been really impressed with this team is the way that they're practicing. And you hear the coaches saying all the time, they're playing fast. Play fast, play fast, play fast. And you hear that and you see that. And now, once again, we're not in our first game. That's tomorrow night. But they look very, very athletic to me. They look very athletic. And then go ahead.
They look very athletic.
Very athletic.
They're athletes. They're professional athletes. They're supposed to look athletic.
I understand what you're saying, but you can look at a team. And
you
can look at a team that does not look athletic. You can look at a team that does not
like
have
when you
the
played
speed.
that team there. Huh?
Hey, look, and I can whoop you in any sport, anywhere, one-on-one.
Street hockey, I'd take you.
Street hockey,
you know what?
Okay,
let's continue
on.
You
don't even know. You hold a hockey stick like a golf club for crying out loud.
Excuse me.
Oh,
I was king of the ring in Hudson Street.
I'm not sure you could beat me at anything.
Oh.
Judo. Judo. That's it.
I wouldn't have to beat you. You hurt yourself in that. Spaz.
Okay,
we better continue on.
So anyway,
we're melting down
then
here.
what I really like is they still have they still mix it up where whether it's too tight or one tight and a running back, they still have that ability to pound when they need to and to step back and be able to play the high the high tempo up tempo game because to me it is exciting. It is very, very exciting, and to see Ben and the way he's running it and. The one thing that's very obvious is you really see his confidence right now. I mean, he is playing with a great. He's practicing, I should say, not playing.
Yes.
Practicing with a great deal of confidence, and he has that look of, okay, it's my team now. I mean,
Well, he looks like he's large and in charge out there.
Right,
You know,
right.
Nate Washington made a very telling statement in the paper the other day. What he was saying was this: I ran a route, blew it, I got lost, didn't know what I was supposed to do. He said, in last year, I'd look at Ben. Ben looked at me. We were both lost. He said, this year, I blew the pattern. I looked at Ben. He told me exactly where I was supposed to be,
Right.
the route I was supposed to run, everything. All right? That's the difference. Right now, he's got a great grasp on where everybody's supposed to be versus just maybe a percentage of the pie. He's got the whole pie thing going. He knows everything.
It's all about the food, isn't it?
Now
it's all about the food.
Add whipped cream and put a cherry on it, baby.
Okay,
Bang.
this week in training camp, St. Vincent College honored our old head coach Chuck
Yes.
Knoll by naming their new football stadium Chuck Knoll Field. A very touching ceremony and very appropriate, timely, and well deserved.
Yes, indeed. I can't think of a better individual that you would want to honor
Right.
than Chuck Knoll. And you think about all he brought to St. Vincent College, to the Steelers,
Right.
The impact the Steelers have had on it, plus the fact that he's a great man.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know how it is. It's sometimes it can be a love-hate relationship. You know, I mean, when he's the head coach, he'd push you
Or a
until you're ready.
fear
Oh yeah,
relationship.
well yeah, that
Fear,
was
fear.
part of it too. Fear.
Yeah.
I mean, but he would push you until you felt like you're going to snap. But then he'd, bring you along a little bit. And he was always that kind of guy that could really get you to play, motivate you well without having to say a whole lot. And I respect the heck out of him, and I learned so much from him, and I think it's fantastic that they did this. And what a field, because if you and I didn't, we've left ligaments.
Right, with a lot of body parts.
A lot of blood,
there. A lot of body parts. A lot of sweat, a lot of blood, a lot of body parts. As
And
they
a few
were
missed uppercuts.
That's right. As we were on that field for the ceremony on Thursday night, I kept thinking, in my mind, I would hear his voice. Some of the, saying stuff like, "Understand what we're trying to do here."
Yes,
Same
understand the theory.
Same foot, same shoulder, rising blow. Remember my rookie year, he was trying to teach me how to long snap. I couldn't long snap to save my life, and he was out there every day working for an hour after every practice.
I lasted one day with Chuck.
Yeah, that's right. You
when they
frustrated
kept-
him.
Well,
You were
it
so
wasn't-
bad you
it was so
frustrated
bad.
him.
Bradshaw was the backup punter.
He
kept me
retired
out.
after you left.
The first one I rolled back to Bradshaw. The second one I rocketed about 18 yards over his head.
Right.
At that point, Chuck gave me the wave.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You can't
Take
do
it in.
this. I wish you would have done that with me. We're going to take a break.
Well, he did. He cut
We'll
it.
have more. That's right. We'll have
But he
more
brought you back.
stuff right here in the locker room.